Hey kids, sorry I'm late. Was on family phone call, family time. If you guys are there. Okay, yeah, I was on family time phone call, so. Hey Joanne, I can see your picture in the top, and I think that is Ed Kimball Barry Linden. How are you? Hey. Yeah, I was on family time with my sister-in-law, so I couldn't hop right on real fast. So, hey Michael Parker, hey lady. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna do a salmon tonight because I know a bunch of you. I'm actually gonna turn this down. I know you guys were asking me to do fish, which I love, and Avery and I both love fish. So I'm going to do a very easy salmon fillet. Like, literally, like, it's 1, 2, 3, 5 ingredients in the oven, done. I'm going to do some Israeli couscous, which is basically out of the box, 5-minute couscous. I'm going to add some stuff to it. So I went to, I went to Publix today because I've been doing Instacart, which is great in South Florida. So I got a nice piece of fresh salmon today. Nowhere to go. I know, Joanne, nowhere to go. So I got a nice piece of fresh salmon today. I actually had to go to Publix because fish and produce, I need to pick out. Like, I need to look at it, touch it, all that other stuff. So that stuff I did today. Made myself my own face mask out of an old t-shirt that Avery had in the closet. So what I've done already is here's the salmon. The skin is still on, but it's actually filleted, so there's no bones or anything like that in that. I'm going to set that aside for 2 seconds. In here I have Pyrex dish, 9 by 9 or 9 by 12, I think it is. I can't remember. So what I did was I lined it with tin foil, okay? And I've already julienned, okay? Right here, we have red bell pepper, orange bell pepper, yellow pepper. I have julienne carrots, red onion, which is about, I'm going to say what I did was I did a quarter of a red, but it's only me. So usually it's a half and half. 9 by 13, you got it, Ed, right. 9 by 13. So usually when it's Avery and I do a half of a red, half. Onion, I did a quarter of a red onion, and I sliced that, and then fresh parsley. And then I have some sliced mushrooms here, okay? We're also going to add a little bit of white wine to this and some butter that is going to go into the oven. So, we've got... Oh, so if you guys like Land O'Lakes butter, I'm telling you right now, this is their new version. It's extra creamy butter. It's almost like a whipped butter, but it's in like Breakstones does that Julianne, Michael. So it's almost like the whipped butter, but they put it into like stick form. So what I do is I'm gonna do, let's say like 3 tablespoons, but I'm going to cut it in a little chunks. That's just going to go on the 4 corners, if you guys can see, of the pan, okay? Then what we're going to do is we're going to take a sip of I haven't had tonic in a long time, so I'm actually having vodka and tonic tonight because I'm sick of club soda and those Rose Kennedy's Michael O'Parker that you and Robert love so much. So, just vodka and tonic and lime. So, I throw the peppers in on the bottom. Okay. I'm going to take the red onion. That's going to go in there too. Okay. Carrots are going to go in. Then just a handful of mushrooms. Doesn't have to be a lot. Handful. That's good. I'm actually going to add I don't like adding fresh garlic to salmon, either to fish, really, if it's a whole piece of fish. If it's like a zuppa de pesce, where it's mussels, clams, shrimp, all that other stuff. Drinking one as we watch. Bobby's, I know Uncle Bobby's favorite drink is vodka. Yes, that is my Grey Goose and tonic with lime for my Uncle Bobby. I'm just going to add garlic salt, and this actually says a little bit of parsley in that, so I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of that on there as well, so you guys can see that. Okay. Remember, cracked black and white pepper is my best friend, so that's going to go in there too. Okay. Himalayan pink salt. Okay. That's going on top of the vegetables. Okay. Then our salmon. Like I said, with the salmon, should have taken. Oh, there's actually one bone here. So actually, the trick to that too is this has all been filleted. I probably should have taken off all my jewelry because now I'm going to smell like fish. This is actually a half a... Well, it's probably about a little more than a half a pound of fresh salmon. I got this at Publix. So the skin is still on there because the skin basically is going to fall off. Why the pink salt? 80, the pink salt. 80 is actually my friend of when I was like 7 years old. We were elementary and high school BFFs. He would always come to my house and have my mom cook all of our friends' dinner. The pink salt I use because it actually has a better flavor. It's not as salty as regular salt. And I think it actually tastes better than regular, like, iodized salt. So the salmon here, skin's still on because it's going to fall off. That's going on top of the vegetables. Let me rinse my hands, okay? Because I skeeve right now. Hold on. Okay. So, yes, and I have my Mapine again. It's my doggy Mapine that my mother bought Avery and I our doggy kitchen towels. And actually what I do that is I top a little bit, just shake a little bit of what's left from the Himalayan that you've already done. Just one little sprig of that. Cracked pepper on top of the salmon. Okay. We're going to recap this before I put... Oh, and also, preheat the oven. This says 400 for 10 to 15 minutes. I think that's too high, so I put it on 375. I let it, and then I adjust it as the time goes on. So we have Pinot Grigio, which is going to go into the salmon as well. I've got fresh lemon. Nice to hear you say friend again. I'm smiling. Hey, you know what? The whole friend thing is, you cannot talk to people for a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. You know what? And bygones be bygones, and you pick up where you left off, whether it was in your childhood or whatever. In this day and age, as you guys know, the little shit doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you have, what kind of car you drive, what kind of house you have. It's about your health and your family and your friends, and that's what it is. And and good food. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. And booze. That's, don't let the little shit bother you. That's it. It's all about friends, family, and fun. And that's pretty much it right now. That's how I'm living my life. I did a whole, Joanne knows, the whole Capone side of my family. And we did a whole, this thing called Zoom now. So we actually had cocktail hour on Zoom with pretty much like 25 of us the other night, which was great. I mean, it's only a 45-minute thing they allow you to do it, but it was nice to see my cousins up in Maryland and my cousins in California, and North Carolina, and Chicago. So that's what it's all about. Right now, we all need friends and family and health, and screw all the other bullshit that we've dealt with over the past couple years or a lifetime. And, let bygones be bygones. And if someone fought with someone else 2 weeks ago, you know what? Let it go. Just let it go. There's too many of us leaving this earth right now. It's ridiculous. So anyone, a better note, Belvedere and tonic, or Grey Goose and tonic. Sorry, Grey Goose and tonic. So to recap real fast, Pyrex plate, 9x13, my friend Ed Kimball says. So 9x13, tinfoil I put in the bottom, julienne, red pepper, orange pepper, yellow pepper, red onion. You can use white onion if you want. I tend to like the red onion, it has a better flavor, it's a little bit sweeter. Some mushrooms, you can put fresh garlic if you want. I'm not going to, but I did put garlic salt, Himalayan pink salt, ground white and black pepper is in there as well. Then I put the salmon on top, hit that with salt and pepper, and then fresh lemon. Actually, I made this mistake the other night too. I forgot to take the tag off. So actually what we're going to do is I'm just going to take literally 1, 2, 3 slices of lemon, okay, on top of the salmon. Fresh parsley, over the whole thing, fresh parsley. Okay. Oh, and I forgot too, there's about 3 tablespoons of butter. I cut it into 4s and I put in each corner. Pinot Grigio, okay? This is actually good. This is a good bottle. Publix actually, I got this from Aldi. If you guys have Aldi up north, I've spent $25 on a bottle of wine. I've spent $40 on a bottle of wine. This is like $10. It's actually very good. But I'm going to add, let's say, a half a cup of this to the bottom of that, okay? I'm going to take this, I'm going to envelope her, okay? So the oven is at 375. It says 400, but I don't know. I'm going to put it, because our appliances are fairly new, so they go pretty fast. So I'm going to envelope that enough that you can still get some steam in there. Okay, so leave the top open a little bit and vent it. So then we're going to continue on the next part. I'm going to put this in the oven. And we're going to do, I'm going to say 15 minutes for now. Okay? So this we've got all this. Put this back in the fridge. Okay. So over here, I did my prep. I'm learning that as I'm doing this that, doing my prep early. This is all going to be for the Israeli couscous. If the music's too loud in the back, let me know. I felt like country tonight, so I hit the Tiny Wynette station on Pandora. So if it's too loud, let me know. I'll lower it if you want me to change the station. Hey, Dinich and Chili Gambone. So if you guys want me to change the radio station on Pandora, I can do that as well. So like I said, I put the salmon in the oven. Not too loud. Okay, good. Hey, Nick. How are you? I've got my Belvedere and tonic. I had the salmon in the oven. You guys can recap this afterwards once you come back on if you want to see it later. So I did they call it a brodetto. It's different. I mean, I changed a few things about it. So I did julienne, red pepper, yellow pepper, orange pepper, okay? In a Pyrex 9x13 pan. Line it with tin foil. So it's the peppers, red onion, a piece of filleted salmon with the skin on the bottom, some fresh butter, and I did, it's 3 tablespoons that I cut into, quarters and put them in the corners. Salt, pepper, garlic salt, mushrooms on the bottom as well. And you put the salmon on top. You hit it with salt and pepper, 3 slices of lemon, about a half a cup of white wine. Pinot Grigio is usually the best. It's not dry, it's not oaky. And you envelope the tin foil. So it's in the oven now at 375 for like another 13 minutes. I'm going to do some Israeli couscous as well. So I'm going to start that off. But I'm actually going to change this because I don't want to hear Delta Dawn. Or Elvis. So let's go. And that's not working. Hold on. We're going to change stations completely. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Let's do some Anita Baker. How's that? There we go. So for the Israeli couscous, hey John Moore. Sorry I didn't, what's in the glass? It's Belvedere and tonic. That's my favorite. Or Grey Goose and... What the hell am I drinking? Hold on, I gotta check this out. Hold on. It's Belvedere and tonic. I don't know why I keep saying Grey Goose. Yeah, John, sorry I didn't text you back because I'd started doing this as you and I started chatting on my phone. Susan David, sorry too I didn't text you back, but you're on here now. So this is going to be for the Israeli couscous, which actually is out of the box. So, literally is, I know you guys have seen this backwards, but it's a 5-minute cook couscous with a Parmesan flavor to it. That's pretty much it. But I'm going to add a few things to it. I'm going to add plum tomato. It's Funky Friday, I know. And you know what, Joanne, too? I was going to make a kind of a turkey meatloaf with like mushrooms and cilantro, and then I realized that, shit, it's Good Friday, I can't do that. So that's how I got the salmon. So I have some diced plum tomatoes, fresh parsley. These are leeks. So the leeks are going to go in right away with the couscous. That usually takes about, they say 5 minutes. I say like 7. At that point, actually I'm going to put these mushrooms away too. Oh, here comes amateur hour again. You know what, Matt Markley? So, no biggie. It's Funky Friday, vodka and tonic. What's in the glass? Let me turn this down. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, so I had the salmon's in the oven now. I would have done it on the grill, but I didn't feel like it. This is easier this way. So the Israeli couscous, it calls for water. I don't like using water. I'll use chicken broth or vegetable broth, whatever I have that's, in the cupboard there. I'm not going to do a salad tonight because we have the couscous, the salmon, Villa Julienne vegetables from the salmon. Tomorrow night, like I said, I'll probably do the turkey meatloaf, but I'm going to add... I might do like a Greek style and do the feta cheese, maybe spinach instead of doing the cilantro like I was going to do today. So I may do that tomorrow night and do the turkey meatloaf with spinach and feta cheese and, I don't know, something else. We'll figure it out. I did make I made an applesauce cake the other day, my mom's recipe, and like I said, you guys know, I'm not a great baker. I'm not good at baking at all. I hate to measure shit. But I actually did make that, and it actually turned out pretty well. So let's go over here. We're going to start this couscous. So, pretty much now, other part of my kitchen. I'm going to turn this on. What does it tell me here? So I got to do 2 tablespoons of olive oil or butter. Okay, so this is telling me I need a 1.25 cups of water, but I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to use chicken stock. Collagen, chicken broth, same thing. And actually, I'm going to do 1 cup and actually 1/2, believe it or not, instead of 1.25 cups. So that's going to go in there. And then it's asking for, I think, a tablespoon, 2 teaspoons of olive oil or butter. So, I mean, you guys can do whatever. I'm going to do olive oil. And like I said, I don't like to measure shit. So, to me, that's 2 tablespoons of olive oil to me. And I got more lined up here. So that, and we're going to heat that up. And contents of the seasoned packet. Okay. To a boil. Okay, so that. Seasoned packet. So the seasoned packet is just whatever they decide to put the hell in there. But this is like the Parmesan flavor. I'm still going to add Parmesan cheese to this anyway. And the fresh tomatoes. And at this point, too, I'm actually going to add the leeks that I cut up earlier. Because they'll soften up and they won't be as pungent. The tomatoes and the fresh parsley I'll add towards the end of it. So we're going to bring that to a boil. In case I missed, Joanne, I have no idea what's for Easter dinner. I talked to my mom today about that. I have no idea what I'm going to do for Easter dinner. It's going to be me, and you know what? If it was up to me, I'm going to have a ham sandwich and potatoes, and that's it. Because what's the point of cooking a whole ham for just me? So I'm going to let this start to boil. So like I said, you know, when they call for water for stuff, guys, whether it's a beef-based sauce that you're making or whatever, I very rarely use water for rice or anything like that. I'll always use either, I'm having chicken, I'm going to use a chicken-based broth or a beef-based broth. Whatever I'm doing, that's what I use instead of water. I very rarely do I use water for, you know, when I'm making rice and stuff like that. So that's going to boil up. Add the couscous. I'm going to check the salmon. See, I'm actually going to pump this salmon up to 400. It's actually going to take longer than I thought it was going to. So we're going to put that on for... That's why I don't... you know, everybody's oven is different. So I'm actually going to do another 10 minutes on this. You can broil this too if you want to. So I'm going to do that for 10 minutes. And the couscous, even though it's cooked, it can still sit. You can reconstitute it by adding more of the chicken stock. Once it's actually done. Okay, so I'm going to bring this to a boil. Add that. You can actually smell the Parmigiano substitute that they put in the actual seasoned packet. God knows it's in the seasoned packet, but... So it's boiling now. I'm actually going to add the couscous. Okay. So that's going in. Then it says remove from heat. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, at this point, turn it off. I'm going to add in the tomatoes and the parsley. remove from the heat, and you cover it. Right? Yep, and basically it's going to sit for 5 minutes. So that's going to go in there, clean this mess up. So what is everyone doing for Easter? Are people staying home? Are they cooking at home or what? You're a natural. Pretty impressive. Well, it was at Judy's Apron Springs my whole life, 80. You know that. That's where I got all this. Yeah, so is anybody doing Easter? Like, other than that, I mean, Avery's still away. Avery's in Alaska right now. And then he's going back to China. He doesn't get off the plane. He's literally in the hangar. They unload, and then he flies out. And then he's going back to Chicago. But I'm just going to probably be staying home. In case I missed it. So I don't know what's going on for Easter. I'm probably going to be here by myself unless, they say, stay whatever. But I've, Robert and Mike and maybe John. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But probably most likely it's going to be me home for Easter Sunday. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I was going to buy a ham today. But I said no. So I might just do like ham I don't know. I have imported ham in there, so I might do that. If not, I'm going to do nothing. And watch TV and relax. Let's see. There's 2 bedrooms, living room, and kitchen. What? Let's see a 2-bedroom living room and kitchen to go to Easter. I'm lost, Mary Jo. Let's see. Is 2-bedroom, living room, and kitchen to go to Easter. I'm so confused. No, it's 3. The house is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Actually, 1 bedroom is Avery's office. I mean, I'd give you guys a tour if you really wanted to, but it's kind of a mess right now. I got doggy blankets behind me because of Diesel. But let's see what he's doing while this couscous is cooking. And he's on the other sofa in his usual spot, checking things out. I can't go anywhere. Yeah, no one can go anywhere. At least I think my parents are home with my aunt because my aunt is now living with my parents. She's 92, so she's living with them now. So it's just the 3 of them for Easter, and that's pretty much it. My sister's home with Jason and the kids, and they're gonna have Easter at their house. I'm talking about. Oh, your condo. Okay, I gotcha now. Okay, because let's see. There is 2 bedrooms. Okay, now I got you. Okay, now I understand. Yeah, I'm not doing anything. I'm gonna be here, and that's pretty much about it. I'm gonna check the salmon real fast. Hold on. At this point, guys, you can actually... The couscous is actually set. So, I just mix it up, and they say to fork it. So this is Israeli couscous. I added a cup and a half of chicken stock, diced tomatoes, leeks, fresh parsley, and actually let that sit for a little bit longer. Salmon's taking longer than usual, so yes. It's my mapine, is what they call it. Am I right, Mary Jo? It's called a mapine? I forgot what my nonna used to call it. I think she might have called it a mapine, too. I can't remember. Yeah, but it's always over my shoulder. Either that or an apron on, but I'm going to have my little thing over my shoulder now. So those of you just catching in right now, we're doing a baked salmon in the oven with red pepper, yellow pepper, orange pepper, red onion, mushrooms, a little bit of fresh lemon, some white wine. Pinot Grigio is what I use because it's actually not as oaky. To Uncle Bobby to I can't wait to see Uncle Bobby to show him. You gotta show him the videos. You have to, because I don't think he's got Facebook. My mom was gonna watch them too, but she doesn't have Facebook, and it would be too much to explain to her how to do she wouldn't get the whole Facebook thing if I tried to set it up for her. So the salmon, there's salt, pepper, garlic salt. So that's in the oven now, baking. I have the Israeli couscous with fresh tomato, leeks, parsley. It has their seasoned packet, which it says Parmesan, but I always add more to it, and some olive oil. We're not doing a salad because we have the vegetables from the salmon itself. Tomorrow night I'm going to do the Greek turkey meatloaf. I'm going to actually do that if I can get out and get feta cheese tomorrow. Debbie making bottoms. Bottoms? I won't let him have Facebook. Why can't Uncle Bobby have Facebook? Okay, so the salmon, Diana, it says 370. It says 400 for 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. Everybody's oven is different. I put it on at 375. It's been 10 minutes. It's not doing much, so I pumped it up to 400. And we're going to let it go for another 10 minutes, just because. How come Uncle Bobby can't have Facebook? Hey, Bradley Howe, BJ. Tomorrow, breaded pork chops. Because he exposes too much stuff. Oh, Lord. Yes, Mary Jo, my Uncle Bobby Chickarone, the painter, yes. That's how I got the nickname Chicky. From my Uncle Bobby. From the Salvos. When they found out who I was, they said, you're Chicky's, nephew, and that's, yeah. So that's how I became Chicky, from my Uncle Bobby. Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, let's see, who else is coming on now? Hey, Derek. Yeah. That salmon's still going. It's going to be a little bit for the salmon, guys, sorry. Probably another 10 minutes at this point. What are you drinking? I'm drinking, Belvedere and tonic with lime instead of wine. But we did add wine to the salmon. I think, Derek, you and Kyle have had my salmon before. I think you guys have had it. So that's one of Avery's favorite dishes, is his salmon. I'm going to flip this off real fast. Morning to Baker. Nice. Yeah, so Dinah, you just came on. So basically, and so did Derek. So the salmon is julienne, red pepper, orange pepper, yellow pepper. What I did was I bet you were always Chicky. Miss you too, buddy. I miss you, Derek. What I did was red pepper, yellow pepper, orange pepper. What I did was I actually lined a 9x13 Pyrex plate with tinfoil. We usually do this on the grill, but I'm not going to do it. It's only me tonight. So what I did was I lined it with tinfoil. On the bottom layer is 3 tablespoons of butter. So I cut them into 4 pieces. I put them in 4 corners. I layered the peppers. I layered red onion, mushrooms. Then I sprinkled it with salt and pepper and garlic salt. And I used Himalayan pink salt, white and black ground pepper, garlic salt. Put the salmon on top with the skin on, filleted already. That was one more thing I wanted to tell you guys. If you still do have the little bones in the fillet as well, yes, skin is on the bottom because the skin will fall off. Skin on the bottom. Get a pair of tweezers. I know it sounds weird. I have a pair of tweezers for the house and a pair of tweezers for the kitchen. And that pulls out the bones. And that's for any fish that you guys do. That will pull out the extra little bones that are left, even if it's already filleted. So I top that with fresh lemon. Then I hit the fish with salt and pepper. Fresh parsley over the whole thing. I enveloped the foil. It went into the oven. I now have Israeli couscous on the stove, which is a 5-minute box of couscous. Chicken stock I used instead of water. And I did that with leeks, fresh tomato, fresh parsley. It's a Parmesan seasoning, which to me it's really not seasoned. So I always have my grated Parmigiano Reggiano and Locatelli in here as well. So that's going to go in there too. Let me check this fish. My oven is not cooperating today, so we're going to pump this up again. 425. Usually on the grill it's done in 10 minutes, but the oven is just not functioning well for me today. But basically you can put the salmon in. I'm going to tell most people, put the salmon in for 400 for about 15 minutes. But that's still going now, so let's see what we have left. Hey, Colin. Okay, Debbie, where's her drink? Where's your drink, Debbie? So you guys, what are you guys doing for Easter, Henry? Is it just you and Deb tomorrow, on Sunday? See, and here's our couscous after we pulled it off of the stove once it was cooked. Literally, in 5 minutes, this was done. So what I did was, with the couscous, I did the chicken stock. You can use vegetable stock, too. And I added the leeks to that first. Once it started boiling, I added the actual couscous itself, then the tomatoes and the parsley. And then I covered it, and you set it off of the stove at that point. The pearl couscous is also very good. It takes a little bit longer than the Israeli couscous because that's so small. But the pearl couscous is actually very good as well. I'm trying to think what else. Is there anything else you guys want me to cook over the next, 30 days that I'm going to be home, I'm sure, at this point? I did breakfast on, I'm killing time because I'm waiting for the salmon to cook. But if you guys have to go, let me know and I can pop back on in 10 minutes or so once the salmon's done. Yeah, I did breakfast the other day. I did a frittata, but I felt, it was very simple, easy, fast, done. But is there anything else that you guys want me to cook? And where's my son? Here's my son. Here, buddy, say hi. Diesel, say hi to everybody. Say hi. Say, Daddy's driving me nuts. He needs to go back to work. Yeah, so basically it's me and the big D. Me and Diesel. Are you good at soft-boiled eggs? Not really. I'm good at frying eggs and I am not good at soft-boiled eggs. I'm just not. I'll be honest. Lasagna. I know Derek is dying for me to make lasagna. I can do that too tomorrow, actually. Because I have, hold on. Aspect, hold that thought. I have lasagna noodles. And I just made gravy. If you guys saw me on Monday, I made gravy, so I have gravy. I can do that. No, not poached either. I'm just not good at that kind of stuff. I don't know. I like a hard-boiled egg or like a fried egg. I don't like anything in between. An Eggs Benedict. Lasagna I can do, and I actually can do it with... Should I do it with turkey, Derek, or should I do it with ground beef and sausage like I usually do? But I might have to get ricotta cheese, which I don't have right now. You guys tell me. Yeah, I have ground beef. I have sausage. But I've got turkey already thawed out. So it's up to you guys what you want to see. I could make lunch too if you guys want me to do a lunch day. I can do a niçoise salad. I can do I can do whatever you want. Let me check this real fast. Salmon's still going, guys. The usual. I could do a vegetable lasagna too, if you guys want that. And that's going to be like an Alfredo sauce, like a bechamel kind of sauce. I can do that. No, I hate liver. I can't stand liver. My mom used to make liver with onions when I was a little kid. No, I'm not a big liver fan. I like chicken livers, but I don't like liver and onions. Hey, Brian. I don't like liver and onions either, I guess. Doesn't really matter. But if I do the beef, Derek, I got to do the beef and sausage. Because, I add a little bit of both in there. I don't know. We'll figure it out tomorrow. Or I'll just do the Greek turkey meatloaf. I don't know. We'll see. So what are you and Kyle doing? And how's my crazy nephew? Because I guess you're still working at this point. Because your UPS store's still open. Okay, so salmon has like 5 minutes, guys, and that's going to be done. The couscous is already done. It's just sitting on the stove. Actually, I'm going to add a little bit of, and add a little more chicken stock to that. And just put it on, low. Just so it doesn't get all dried up and clumpy. Okay. He's insane. I know, he's probably going crazy right now. Oh, so you did? Okay, they did close UPS. I wasn't sure if you guys were going to close. Is everyone laid off at this point and collecting unemployment or what? I mean, I haven't gotten a check yet, but, we'll see. That'll probably be another 2 weeks for that. And Kyle's not doing anything, right? Because I guess all of his events were canceled as of Thursday. Okay. Brian, how's your mom and dad? How's Glenn and Eleanor? They're obviously closed, I'm assuming, at this point. They're not closed. I just got lit up. Okay. Because I know I can tell you this right now, Brian. I'm dying for a haircut from my guy, but obviously he's closed too. So relax, buddy. Got lit up, okay. Derek, did you and Kyle apply for unemployment? Because I mean, I know Kyle's self-employed, but he should still be able to get something. I'm checking the salmon, kids. I do have... I think I'm deleting the videos. Hey, Mikey. How are you and Scott? I do have some dessert ideas that I can do. I'd have to call Judy, my mom, to get her dessert recipes because, like I said before, she's a phenomenal chef and baker and, you know, stuff, you know, I can cook, but I cannot, I'm not a good baker unless I really, really follow a recipe. But I can ask her for something good to actually make that's quick. She does a pot de creme, which is also very good. But I mean, I can do desserts. I mean, you know, just, it would have to be like a time restraint kind of thing. But I can, you know, I can try whatever at this point. No, Derek, you should still be able to collect unemployment because of your pension. You should still be able to get unemployment plus your military pension. I'm almost positive of that. You got to look into that. You got to call the VA. I know Derek can bake. Yes, Derek can bake, and so can Kyle. How do you guys like your salmon? Hey, Matty Barnes, what's up, buddy? How do you guys like your salmon? Avery and I like it like, I don't know, like medium to mid-well, so this is going to be like medium. And then, like tuna, I like medium rare with tuna, but the salmon, Avery doesn't like, he's not a big fan of raw fish. I do like sushi and stuff like that. Not overcooked, pink in the middle, okay. Yeah, so the salmon, we're going to say 2 more minutes at this point. It's probably going to be medium. It might be mid-well, because I actually popped it up a little bit higher on this. So if you guys are just, like, catching in, hey, Eleanor, I was just trying to chat with Brian. I don't know if he's still on or not. So what I did was a recap real fast. I did a salmon fillet. We baked it in the oven. We usually do it on the grill, but he's not here. He's traveling for work. So I did 9x13 pan. Lined it with tin foil. I did red pepper, yellow pepper, orange pepper, mushrooms, a little bit of salt and pepper, red onion. Enveloped it with a little bit of white wine and lemon. That's in the oven now. It's almost done. Israeli couscous, but I added diced tomatoes, fresh parsley, and leeks to that. So that's still sitting on the stove right now. And well, that's how I like my salmon. I mean, yeah, I don't like overcooked fish, but this should be fine. So we're gonna check it in a couple minutes. It's almost done. We're not doing a salad tonight because I have the vegetables from the salmon and I have the couscous. But tomorrow night, Derek is asking me for... Where's my son? Derek's asking me for lasagna. So I may do a lasagna tomorrow night. Otherwise, I'm going to do that Greek meatloaf with spinach and feta cheese. I don't know. We'll see. But I may do a breakfast if you guys want me to do a breakfast. If I can get the chance, I might do a challah French toast on Sunday, if I can get the recipe from my mom and get the challah bread to do that. But that's about it. Just give me like 2 seconds. The salmon's going to be coming out of the oven. Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. Then we'll plate this for everybody so you guys can see what it looks like. Change the station here. Back to Anita Baker. This salmon is killing me, guys. The couscous is warming up. The salmon's still like, it's weird. It's just, it's not, what time are you doing breakfast? On Sunday, I haven't decided yet. I'll probably get up early on Sunday and do like a brunch thing for myself. I've got a great bottle of Vouv over there that I actually have to save. It's from 2012. I think it's going to be actually, I'm going to save it for me and Avery's wedding. But it's a good bottle. I can't break that open. So I'm probably just going to do brunch and then something along those lines. Can we see it? Can we... What, the bottle of Vouv? Or the... What do you want to see, Diane? Or Mike, what do you want to see? Start in a hot pan. Do you want to see the salmon or you want to see the champagne? Okay. Hold on. That's going to be a burn right there. So that's how the salmon's looking right now. So I'm going to say like another 2 minutes and we're good to go. That's definitely going to be a burn. When I got a plate, it's getting there. Now it's going to be a little burn, not a big one, but I can feel it. You know, it's almost done a minute and 28 seconds, and we're good. And add grated Parmesan to the actual, to the couscous real fast. Literally like a sprinkle, like a little bit of a handful is going to go on there. Go back in the fridge. Almost ready, guys. Okay. Couscous is heating up. This we can get rid of. That. Like 4 seconds. Okay, that's the timer. Okay. A little bit of Whitney. Salmon. It's a huge piece. So, what I'm going to do is, so you guys can see this. Can you see it? Okay. It's a big piece of salmon. So, lemons. Hot. Actually going to cut half of this because this is a lot, but we'll do. Looks beautiful. It's about a medium. So you guys can adjust the time like I did in the temperature, just because. But like I said, when I put this on the grill, it's done in like 10-15 minutes. So do this. Get our couscous. Put that on there. Take our salmon. And get our veggies. Hold on. Diesel, you can't have this. It's fish. You're not having fish. Almost done, guys. A little bit of sauce, put that on top. Okay, guys, we ready? Okay. For a baked salmon fillet. Okay. With red peppers, orange peppers, yellow peppers, mushrooms, fresh lemon, white wine, or Israeli couscous, which is done with fresh tomato, Parmesan cheese, fresh parsley, leeks. All ready to go. So if you guys can recap this later and watch it, go ahead. And then tomorrow we'll see what we're going to do for dinner. Possible lasagna, okay? Take care, guys. Be safe. Love you all. Be good.